What's happening, everybody? It's me, Troi, of course, and I'm here again with another video. As always, I always say the same stuff every time I turn on this camera. So, listen, I think that my little giveaway that I did of mystery cozies and whatnot was fairly successful. It was successful to me because, I mean, I got some people. Thank you for those who entered. I know we're really doing this based off general interest in the books that I present. But those who were interested entered, and that one person who won the prize won. I'm doing a lot of lofty things here. So anyway, now we're moving on to the fantasy books that I want to go ahead and shelter out and give them some. I got an adoption form for anyone who is interested in these 6 children. The rules of the giveaway are quite the same. You know, only U.S. residents. Just shipping costs is just too much these days. The dates is going to take place is between July 31st, which is a Monday, hopefully today, and August 4th, which is Friday. I'm going to do the drawing on the 5th of August, which is Saturday morning. So quite the same. And I'll leave a oh, and if you want to answer, just leave a comment, say you're interested in these books, and I'm going to email the winner in the comments down below. Well, no, I'm sorry. I'm going to give my email to the winner, and then just make sure that you contact me back, whatever address you want to have these books sent to, and I'm going to send them out ASAP. The quicker you are, honey, the quicker I will be. All right. So make it quick. I don't want to wait a whole nother week. I can't do that. Not when I could have just gave them to somebody and they would have been out of my hair. Anyway, so this category, as opposed to my last giveaway, is going to be some of the science fiction books that I've collected and just haven't read, just lost interest in it, or just don't really care to, but I cross-reference them with my library. So my library has a copy, so I'm safe. I'm in the green zone. Some books that I have read and just don't see myself going any further and whatnot. Some of them I have opinions about, but I'm going to reserve them, and I'm not going to go into details of what these books are about. I'm just going to share them honestly, and then you can decide if you want to enter and grab these books or not. So this is dedicated, of course, to the science fiction and fantasy readers, and the first book on that list is actually my copy of Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. Now I do kind of want to say a little bit about this. Okay, so I am still trying to find that sweet spot of appeal for myself, because, you know, reading and authors and their books are subjective. That sweet spot of what would appeal to me most in reading a Brandon Sanderson book, because I have not found it yet. Although I've read this book and thought it was decent, I unfortunately tried to read the second book and decided that it was just not going to work. Like, I did not care to go any further. The same is kind of the state with his Stormlight Archive series. I read the first book, The Way of Kings, back in October, and it was just kind of okay to me. Honestly, it was. So I'm still working towards getting my momentum for Brandon Sanderson's work going, but unfortunately, I just not had hit that sweet spot that brings so much joy and appeal to many of his readers already. I haven't hit it yet. But with that being said, I'm not going to be reading any further in the Mistborn series, although it is ultra popular. Well, I guess if I decide to read any further, I can easily access the books in my library. So I was like, I don't really need to hold on to this. And for those who are curious, then Mistborn is definitely a good read. It is. It really is. It's a decent read, a decent start to the series, and it's popular enough that you all know all about it, really, honestly. All right, so next on that list is Elizabeth Moon, the Sheepfarmer's daughter. If I could get into this, I can get it. Usually I got a tab here because I haven't gotten too far. I could get into it. Now, Elizabeth Moon is super popular, okay? She's super popular in the science fiction and the fantasy realm. And this right here is one of her top rated fantasy books, okay? The beginning of this Paksenarrion series featuring this woman who's a sheep farmer's daughter. I keep wanting to say herder. I had some issues with this book, but just let this be clear that these are just my thoughts and issues. Now, I'm not gonna share them because I wrote them in a blog post, but just know that this is on the little batch here. It is up to you to decide. All your Elizabeth Moon fans, if you want to go with this. I'm not gonna go no further than that, okay? It's a high ranking book, so don't take my word. Just I ain't giving no words. Just don't take it. The next is The Chosen Ones, or Chosen Ones by Veronica Roth. I literally just bought this book and I was like, it's on a bargain section. I paid even less than this, and the thought was to go send it back, and I was like, I don't feel like taking it back, so I just give it to somebody else. But anyway, The Chosen One, fairly popular, I believe. My library has a copy of this book, so I'm pretty straight. I don't really need to buy it. I guess we was doing some book retail therapy, and I said, no explanation needed. Okay, if you guys know about this book, then you know that it is about this group of, I believe, these men and women with these powers of some sort who ended up stopping or snuffing out this dark entity which has resurrected, and then they have to subsequently go about doing the same thing all over again. But in the meantime, they are known as celebrities for their harrowing war with this creature in the past. Anyway, fairly popular. The cashier was like, she didn't hear any bad things about the book nor any extraordinary things, but you know, I think that it's pretty cool that my library has a copy, and if I ever get any further curious about it, I can always go there and check it out. So The Chosen Ones is there. The next is a big popular winner of Hugo, Nebula, Arthur C. Clarke, Locus, and BSFA award winner, which is it Ancillary Justice by Anne, that bargain sticking away, Leckie, I don't know. Yeah, 2014 Hugo and Nebula award winning novel. I have not touched this book. I bought it years ago and have yet to touch it. Okay, something about the cover just give me like 80s arcade, Battlestar arcade something, and it doesn't really pull me. But however, it's the popularity of the book and the many notes of pleasant readingness that it supposedly provides is what made me pick it up. Okay, actually at the time I was really into like space opera when I picked up this book, spurred by Tanya Huff's Torin Kier series, which I absolutely freaking love. I love me some Torin Kier. So I guess I figured the same would be applied here, but I just never even got into it, never picked it up or anything else. So there's another sci-fi book there. And the next two books are by Elizabeth Moon. There's Trading in Danger, which is the first book here. And then the third book in the series, which is Command Decision. These are space opera books. And I was in my Torin Kier bag, once again by Tanya Huff, when I discovered this series. And all I can say is that they didn't have the same personality as Torin Kier, the main protagonist here. But these are some super popular science fiction space opera books. Anybody who's even remotely interested in entering this giveaway or probably haven't been someone who reads science fiction and so forth, or even fantasy, know how valuable these are to readers in the science fiction field. However, of course, from a very subjective point of view, I think that I'm good. I'm straight. I'm good on that. I can always check these out in my library, but I do have the first and the third copy in hardback of the Vatta War series. Oh yeah, and I was also reading David Weber. David Weber is incredible when it comes to this. So David Weber and Tanya Huff are really my go-to space genre. I keep wanting to say space genre, space opera authors. But yeah. So yeah, these are on the list. That's all I can really say right now. I think I did write my thoughts of Trading in. I did read Trading in Danger, or I can't remember. It's been like over 5 years at this point. But anyway, these are the books on my next giveaway. I gotta stack them together because I can probably put a thumbnail. Oh, okay. All right. But anyway, so these are the books on my next giveaway here. These 6 books, they all are really actually popular. They are all actually really popular science fiction and fantasy books, but you know, like I said, honey, maybe I ain't weird, I'm just a reader. That's all. We all got different tastes. Bye. Oh, the rules. You remember the rules. Y'all remember the rules.